You cannot touch like this, can't move like this, got swag like Mike. You cannot touch like this, can't move like this, got swag like Mike.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mikeson Vlogs, man, and I'm here today with a super special guest, man. I got my boy Kaynen Brown, man, the one and only. Ooh wee, yeah, we are live in effect. A quick introduction for one. Welcome to Houston, man. How you liking it so far?
I like it.
Yeah, he told me it was hot. I was like, bro, you're from Vegas. It's like man, you've been really inspirational. Just to me, I know a lot of people out there. You've been really inspirational, bro. Like, knew that I was gonna start on this nursing journey. Go to my laptop, and all your videos are in red, man. And all your videos, they touch on something really important.
Right.
I know you get messages all the time from people saying how much you helped, but I wanted to, when I saw you in Houston, I wanted to meet you in person and really tell you thank you. You know what I mean? And is affecting so many people, bro. And it's great what you're doing for the community, man.
We got to meet up.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
That's
for
cool.
Sure.
Every once in a while, I'll go somewhere and people will ask, let's meet up, and I never get a chance to. So I was like, I got to meet this guy.
Yeah,
I always end up missing people that want to see.
Yeah, and I was really persistent too, man. You got to be persistent for what you want. I wasn't taking no for an answer to it. Yeah, I got some questions for you, man.
Okay.
Hopefully you can help us out. All right, Kaynen. So I'm just now starting the journey that you have essentially conquered. So if you want to let the people know before we get into this, what are you doing right now, and what's getting ready to happen for you in the very near future?
Okay. So I just quit my job.
Damn, I can recall that.
Which you're quitting it for a reason, but it's still like I'm unemployed right now, so that's a little different.
Right.
I just quit my job. I start PA school in about a week and a half.
Oh,
so that's going to be a 24-month program. And that's kind of the path that I'm on now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
DSNRN right now, and he's getting ready to start PA school. I mean, that's physician assistant. That's what I'm saying. This is the guy, man. This is the guy. He's going to have the answers for us. Starting the journey that you've already conquered, what would be your best advice for newbies starting out, people that just started in nursing school? Because we're in early September, so there's a lot of people just starting in nursing school.
Yeah. My advice would be, number one, be open-minded. So you're going to go through nursing school and you're going to have professors that you like and don't like. That's just the way it is.
Right.
You're going to have someone that teaches you something different than what you learned in the hospital setting. End up gossiping about these different people, and here's the thing. Take all experience that you go through in a positive way. So it's like, you know what, this professor's not as great at this, but you know what, they're really good at this thing. So just try to be really positive throughout the program, because what happens when you start thinking negatively like that is you close off your mind, right? You become very narrow-minded on things. And it's like, this person has experience. And maybe it's not in the field that you want to do. Maybe it's pediatrics, or maybe it's trauma, and maybe it's OBGYN, whatever it is. But they have a lot to offer. And so I wish if I can go back, I would have been a little bit more open-minded, because I definitely went in there with kind of this idea where, anyone that doesn't work in the ER, I don't really care what your opinion is, because that's what I wanted to do. And so I always recommend that when you start nursing school, be very open-minded on the exams that you're taking, the questions they're going to ask you, the things that they're teaching you, both inside the hospital and outside the hospital, because whatever experience that you learn, they're going to be positive in the long run. So be open-minded, especially with what department you want to work in. So you like pediatrics, right?
Right.
Be open-minded when you go into L&D, have an open mind, be like, you know what, teach me something that I don't know, because I can guarantee you in some way, shape, or form, you're going to learn something that's going to help you in your careers.
That's crazy that he touched on that. I remember saying to myself, I want to go peds. I don't really care about psych. I don't want to, but that's, I really appreciate the info, man, because I remember saying that to myself not too long ago. It's like, I'm going peds, psych, I don't care about that. Don't care about geriatrics.
Right. And you can still go peds.
Right,
you know what I mean? But you're learning something from psych.
Absolutely.
From L&D, from ER.
Absolutely.
And so you're learning everything.
Yeah, man.
I work in the ER, so I see psych patients, peds patients, OB patients. I see everyone. And so I'm like, man, you know what? I probably should have been a little bit more positive about this person teaching me about, massaging the fundus during an emergency, right? An L&D patient. So it's like,
for us alike, people just starting out, definitely keep an open mind, like he said, because everything that you're learning, if you go in the ER, no matter where you go, it can show itself again, and you kind of want to be prepared for that.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
All right, man. So like I touched on earlier, you went from ER trauma to physician assistant. So that's a completely different ball game, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from the nursing process and immediate to now you're looking at the why is this disease occurring, how to prevent this in the future. It's I don't know if it's slower, but it's a different dynamic looking at.
It's a different mindset.
It's a different dynamic in terms of practice. So what made you decide to go PA? Did you always want to do that? And how did we end up starting in a week?
Oh, yeah. I always knew that I wanted to go to PA school.
Okay.
Before I even started nursing school. That was the plan.
Okay.
I did I was a little hesitant. I was like, man, maybe I'm not smart enough to do that. So I was like, let's go to nursing school and find out if I'm okay with that. That's a really good solid base. And then if I'm good enough, then I'll apply to PA school. The mindset is a little different, right? So as a nurse, you're very task oriented.
Okay.
You're like the doers of the hospitals. Even though there are a lot of nurses out there that are smart and know what to do for patients and what to order and what things that we need to do and what the diagnosis is.
Right.
Your role is to fulfill a lot of the orders that are being placed, right? And so for me, I really enjoyed that, and I figured, you know what, let me get a lot of experience doing that, being hands-on with patients, and then eventually I want to be someone that's actually there making the decisions as to what we're going to do. And, that's not for everybody.
Right.
Some people don't like that. Some people stay with nursing and they develop their career through nursing, either being the manager, the director, charge nurse, right, owning the hospital, whatever it is. People like that route, and I just really like the route of being a provider and being a clinician and being the person that's making the decision, like, hey, what are we going to do?
I've had a different career that I didn't like at all, unfulfilling. Now, even though I know that nursing will be fulfilling for me, I've shadowed and this is the field that I want to go into.
Yeah.
There's obviously going to be drawbacks and things that I'm not going to like as much.
Yes.
And
that's definitely going to be there.
Yeah, man. And I'm sure there are some things the same for you. So let me get your most favorite things about nursing, because you posted a video. And I'm going to make sure to put his channel in the bio too. Your most enjoyable things about nursing, and then your least enjoyable, or like things that you dreaded about nursing.
Okay, so the favorite things that I liked about nursing was the quote unquote helping people, right? So,
right.
But it's a lot bigger than this. So like,
yeah.
It's really enjoyable. So people come in with simple things, right?
Right.
Back pain, have severe headaches, right?
Right.
You're physically doing something to change that. So
yep.
like,
amazing.
they'll come in and they're having blurred vision, right? They're having nausea, vomiting because their headache is so bad, and they can't even walk. We're wheelchairing them to the back, and an hour and a half later, they're walking out on their own. And they say, thinking you're the person that's in the room, touching them, giving them medications to do that, and so that's super fulfilling. Oftentimes in the ER, you feel like you're putting Band-Aids on certain things, especially with chronic conditions or comorbidities.
Right.
But things like that, where it's like, we can fix it now, gone. Dental pain, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Headaches, gone. Nausea, vomiting, gone. And so those things are super fulfilling. And oftentimes it's busy, and during the time you don't really notice those things. But when I go home, I'm like, man, like,
you feel good.
Yeah,
man.
that feels really good. You'll go home, you'll have a headache, and you're like, this is
Damn.
nowhere near what that person was feeling. And I just we took it away like that. So that's super satisfying. Things that I don't like about nursing, and I think it's healthcare related, is
right.
the numbers, right? It's very political. So you'll learn there's certain times they want you to get a patient up to a room because it looks good, or we got to get everyone out from the lobby, even if that means throwing people into the ER where there's just hallway beds, and we're decreasing the amount of care we're giving, right? Because if you're a nurse and you have 4 patients as an ER nurse,
right,
and there's a bunch of people in the lobby, but the CEO of the hospital doesn't want that because it doesn't look good, they're going to throw these people in here. So now you have 6 patients and 2 are not on monitors. Your care just dwindles down. And so it's a lot of political things, and you're not going to like that. No one likes it, but
right.
There's every aspect of a job you're not going to like. It's just how it works.
Very, very interesting, man. I mean, I'm speaking this into existence. Me and Kaynen are going to do another video soon once I'm either done or about to finish.
Once you're in Vegas.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'll come to Vegas, bro. I'll come visit you in Vegas, but no, you're being Cali. Are you moving back to Vegas?
That's the plan.
Okay. So wherever we'll stay in contact and we'll get it done, and then we'll see. I know a lot of things are going to change, man, and it's going to be very interesting to see. So it's very important, man, especially you going to PA school. We're almost the same age, so we both know how important it is to dedicate time to downtime, right? Very important. I'm not even a nurse, but I want to let you guys know, because I'm 25, so I want to let you guys know that whatever you guys are doing, you'll get burnt out. So you have to, especially schooling, you have to find some time for yourself. Whatever you like to do, you need to find time for yourself. There's only so much that your brain can take.
Huge. Yeah. If you don't find time for yourself, then your patients don't have a nurse. You know what I mean?
That's
or they have a
fact.
terrible one.
That's a fact. Yeah, we don't want that. No.
That happens often too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, it won't be me. I can assure you guys.
Self-care.
Y'all will be in good hands here. But so with that being said, what do you like to do in your downtime to kind of take your mind? Because you're not in nurse mode 24/7, are you?
No.
To remove yourself from that environment, what do you like to do in your downtime?
So I ride. We were talking about that, riding dirt bikes. That's one thing we like to do. I do a lot of my off times with my friends. So my friends are a huge part of my life. So we'll ride, we'll camp, we'll fish. We'll go hunting. Those are all things that, shooting.
Yeah, we're in Texas. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. So things just outdoors, and obviously, you're the nurse. So like, we'll do stuff. I'll bring stuff just in case something happens.
Right.
But these are things that I like to do at the event. I really like making these videos. It's really enjoyable for me because it's like I get to throw my experiences out to people.
Yep.
It's kind of a release sometimes, and you're gonna see stuff working in a hospital that's kind of like, if you're just always thinking about these things, it's gonna stress you out, right? Because you're working and you're stressed, and you come home and you're stressed. You're like, did I do the right thing here? That stuff can burn you out really fast. So, huge movie guy. I watch at least 2 movies a week.
Before 2 movies a week?
Before COVID, I was in the movie theaters like every week.
Really?
2 times a week. Yeah.
Damn. Well, that won't be happening in PA school, will it?
No, probably not.
No, you'll be.
I'm gonna have the Netflix set up.
Yeah. Okay. But you'll be able to watch movies, but I don't know about 2 a week. Well, no, you should be able to do 2 a week, right?
We'll see.
You gotta find a way.
You make time for things you want to do.
You ain't lying, bro.
You make time for things you want to do.
You'll find a way to get the movies in after you study, for sure. Last question before we wrap it up, man. I told you off camera kind of like my whole backstory. I'm going to make a video for you guys later on that too.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And so I guess my last question would be, not really a question, but what advice, knowing where I came from and knowing like, where I'm at now, because it shocked him when I told him that the program was 12 months. So what advice would you give me knowing I'm on week 2 in nursing school right now? So what advice would you give me going forward?
Stay on top of your thing. So it's really easy to, go to class, come home, take a break for a few hours, not touch anything, leave it for the weekend kind of thing. Even though it's very tempting to do that, you can't. So you need to get into a habit of coming home, reviewing information, and staying on top of it. Because the last thing you want to do is get behind, especially in a 12-month program.
Yeah.
If you get behind on one thing, you're behind on really like 5, 10 things.
Exactly.
So it's just like, stay on top of things, create a routine where it's like, I don't like to do this, but it's just like, I'm already set in stone on this because it's how I've been working for so long that you're doing, and you're staying ahead of things. And that way, the 12 months are going to go by quick no matter what. Super quick. And so you want to do the best you can, at the same time having fun. So being able to balance those things, but I would say stay ahead of the game. So come home, study what you need to study, get your things done. Don't leave things for the weekend because you want your weekends, right? You want to have some free time on your weekends. And if you leave everything for the weekend, your whole weekend's gone studying for stuff that you should have studied all week.
Week for. Exactly. I have a routine right now, man. I do 3.5 hours every day, and then my Sundays are for reviewing PowerPoints and like kind of summarized notes and stuff like that.
What do you do Saturdays?
I kind of decompress on Saturdays. I leave it alone.
There it is.
I leave it alone.
3.5 hours is better than 10 hours on Saturday.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
So if you do that, those small little bits of studying all the time, you don't have to be the person that sits up till 2 a.m. studying. People did that in my class.
Yeah,
it's like,
I didn't like that.
If you just
I've been there.
Yeah, screw that. It's a very inefficient. I shouldn't say inefficient. Some people do well like that.
Yeah, they do.
But
not
it's
me.
inefficient for me.
Yeah, me too. I have to grasp the concept and be able to fully grasp it before I can go answer, especially NCLEX type tests and stuff like that. I have to be able to understand it instead of just cramming in 12 hours. You know what I mean? So,
I got a question for you.
All right.
So now that you're here, you're starting nursing school, right?
Okay.
What are you most afraid of throughout the 12 months? Because there has to be something you're afraid of.
I hit him up, man, telling him I wanted to interview him. I did not expect a question, man. All right, so here we go. I am most apprehensive, I would say. And people say this all the time when they hear it's 12 months. It's not necessarily the coursework. It's the rigor and I'm getting ready to end Farm 1 in 5 weeks. School just started.
And you just started.
School just started, right?
You just started.
And I looked at the syllabus and there's 2 tests.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, and in nursing school, anything below a 75 is failing.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily, I'm not apprehensive about the coursework because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I'm more apprehensive about the course load and at the manner that it's coming, but then I have to double back and say, it's like, well, you knew what you signed up for. I knew it. So it's like, I don't really complain, but I think that's the scariest part for me. And that's cool. It's cool to be scared of some stuff, but that's definitely the scariest part for me is, looking at that, seeing like those 20 chapters due every week, every week that I'm having to knock out. Yeah, man. And then, that's it. And knowing that I have a test here, my first test in 2 weeks and school just started. So that's
good though, man. I wanted to ask you that because if you're not afraid of something, that means you have nothing to lose. It's like it's not important to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if someone doesn't care about something, they're like, I'm not afraid of it. It's fine. But you're afraid, you're nervous because you're like, that's a lot of work.
Good anxiety.
And, and you're like, I want to do well.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes you really nervous about it.
For sure, it does.
It's good.
It does because looking at that, bro, looking at my syllabus in that calendar, man, I'm like, oh my gosh,
That's
like,
cool,
are you
man.
sure?
That's awesome.
But yeah, man. So that's gonna be it for today, y'all. Once again, it's your boy Mikeson and
Kaynen.
Hey, so man, I just want to say thank you so much, bro, for allowing me to come by, man,
No problem.
and chop it up with you. It's been a pleasure, bro, to finally meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna leave his info in there, and if you guys are nurses or not, even if you're not nurses, he leaves gems about life too. So real inspirational dude, man. I've watched him for hours, and we got it done, man. It's another banger, yes, sir. So we'll see where we're at here in another year and a half, because we'll both be wrapping it up, man. We'll be finished, and we'll see where we stand, man. You know what I mean? 'Cause
we gotta do another interview.
we have to do another interview.
We'll do another
You
interview.
heard, look, man, this is gonna be out there. Hey, I'm gonna hold you to it, bro. We gotta do the interview.
I'm a man of my word.
All right, man. So it's your boy Mikeson and Kaynen, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go check out his channel. That is in the description below, and it's another banger. Yes, sir.